Nona Peltier is here, ever faithfully, with the business news.
I'm here.
So, earnings season's underway. How are some companies doing as they're getting their reports in order?
Okay, so we're getting the first sort of wave of reports for companies that have June 30 year ends and or half years. And we're also getting some updates for companies with the July 31st balance date. And so today, the big announcement we had was from AMP and the New Zealand arm of that company. That's a financial services business. Its earnings fell 21% to $22 million. They also announced some strategic changes. They're going to shed their all of their New Zealand businesses in the end, including their wealth management business, which they had talked about hanging on to. They're going to sell their life insurance business and so others. They're going to basically quit the New Zealand the New Zealand landscape at some point. So there you go. Okay. I guess the $22 million they made here isn't quite enough.
No.
Who knows?
Not worth it.
Yeah, perhaps not. And also, we had an update from IAG. Now, maybe people aren't familiar with that brand, but they are the insurance company that operates State, NZI, AMI, and the Lumley Insurance brands. Mm-hmm. They made a profit of 390 million Australian dollars in the year to June. That was up 7% over the past year. Well, actually, it was more than that. It was a pretty good income, 79% increase on their profit. And their revenue rose 7%. So they're making it on the margins there, you can honestly say. TNG Global, maybe we don't remember that name, but it's Turners and Growers. They're veggie and fruit salesman, yeah. Their export, now that company's German controlled these days, so it's not really widely held by New Zealanders anymore. But its first half profit, it's down 19% to $4 million. And that's primarily because of bad weather in New Zealand, but pretty good weather in Australia. So their apples they had a smaller volume of apples in the harvest, and they were smaller. So they didn't make as much money, no.
You say good weather, I'd say just drier weather.
Well, I would
Good
say adverse weather. And we also heard from Kathmandu. They gave us an update. Mm-hmm. Their company is going to report a record profit. It's going to be somewhere an underlying profit of between 55 and 57 million, which is about 5 million better than last year. And they say the main drivers for that is their Oboz shoe company that they bought about a year or so ago. And stronger sales in Australia, not to mention New Zealand was struggling a little bit because of the weak economy. Mm-hmm. And of course, that brings me to the markets.
Yes.
Or do we have time to talk about the Napier Port?
Well, very quickly, because the shares are in hot demand, apparently.
They're in hot demand. They are going to list that company is going to be listed, and they've set the share price at $2.60 each, and there was very strong interest in that. Just saying. Okay. There you go. We don't have a lot of time today, do we?
Let's hit the markets.
All right. So we have the New Zealand dollar. It featured in the international reports because that shockwave really did go around the world. Yeah. So the New Zealand dollar is buying 64.5 US cents. 95.3 cents Australian and 53.1 British pence. So it recovered a little bit after that shock drop in the OCR. That's the official cash rate. And, another strong day on the market, as you would expect, with lower interest rates on the way. The NZX Top 50 Index, it rose 0.8%, so another strong day, a gain of 88 points to 10,874.
Wonderful.
There you go.
She's got all the numbers. Nona Peltier with the latest in the business news.